Hello, Facebook world. I hope everybody is doing so well. I have zero makeup on today. I was up until 12 o'clock last night doing some final touches on the book. Infertility Sucks, You Don't is coming to you in 6 days. I can't believe it, as I said the last time that I was live, because it's been a hot minute since I was live. I still want to shit my pants and throw up all at the same time. Hi, Christy, welcome. And there's a lot of, I'm sweating. There's a lot of anxiety. Hey, Tom. There's a lot of trepidation. There's a lot of excitement. Aaron, welcome. There's a lot. It's just a whole lot is coming through me energetically lately. And so I wanted to make sure this week to check in with you all and share with you about what's going on, because I've never published a book before. Hi, Reagan, welcome. Hi, Lynn, welcome. Welcome to everybody, all the peoples. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Tuesday. If you're tuning in live with me now, say, hey girl, what's up? Send me an emoji, send me some hands. Let me know that you're here with me and where you're tuning in from. And if you are a newbie, you ain't never been here before, you ain't never met me, and I ain't never met you, say, hi, I'm a newbie. Let me know that you are a newbie and where you're tuning in from. And if you are watching this and you catch the replay, hashtag replay me, please. And let me know where you're tuning in from as well, because I always, Reagan says, hey girl, what's up? Lynn, hi. I always enjoy connecting with you guys, letting me know where you're from, what it is you like to hear, communicate, post below, send me all the emojis, whatever comes up as we're having this quick chat today, because it's going to be quick. Just give it to me. Send me your feedback. So like I said, I wanted to tune in with you today. I did not go live at all last week. I usually go live at least once a week. And there's just been a lot going on. I haven't even washed my hair. I haven't brushed my teeth today. Like I said, I was up until, I've been working 12-hour days. Heather, welcome. And all in the sake of getting this very first book published. And I have stress pimples. I have a stress pimple here. I have a stress pimple here. I mean, who feels me on the stress pimples? Oh my gosh. On top of that, Christmas is coming. The holidays are here. I have yet to wrap any of my gifts. It's like I'm wired for sound right now. And I wanted to come live and share with you guys. I'm excited. There's so much going on. I can't wait to publish it. I'm waiting for some final things to be wrapped up today, and I should have an official announcement. It's going to be available to you on December 24th regardless. Infertility Sucks, You Don't is going to be available to you for purchase on Amazon via paperback or Kindle on December 24th. I was very excited about Christmas coming and it being available at the same time, so I wanted it to be available around Christmas. But I've never done this before. There's a lot going on. I am excited. I already have ideas in my brain for a second book. I can't freaking believe it. I'm like, what? This book is not even out and there's already an idea in here for a second book. So I'm excited. And throughout the entire process, the thing that keeps coming through me that I want to share with you guys is that I've never done this before. I'm a life coach, yes, but I've never published a book before. And if you've never heard anything about my story, a little download is I never intended on writing a book. Had no intention on writing a book. As a part of my process, a cathartic process for me was to start journaling as I was going through a struggle with infertility. And as I started journaling, it became this thing that was flowing from me, this creative outlet that was just coming out of me naturally. And before I knew it, I had 20,000 words, and I went to my husband and I was like, I don't know, I have 20,000 words. I've just been journaling on this. And he was like, maybe it's a book. Maybe you're writing a book. Maybe you're writing a book about your experience. And long story short, yesterday I posted about the art of shooting all over yourself, the idea of shooting all over yourself, rather. And this perception that we put upon ourselves of here's how things need to go, here's what I should be doing, here's how I need to be showing up in the world, should, do, supposed to, all that stuff. And when I got to the idea of, revisiting my journal story with you guys, when I got the idea of, okay, maybe I am writing a book, I started to think, well, what's the book going to be about? And I started to think about all the shoulding and all the supposed toing and the journey, the very long, long journey that my husband and I had gone through up to that point. Hi, Elena, welcome. And I was like, oh, what I have to say in this book, people aren't going to like. They're not going to like it. Because, hi, Casey, welcome. Because what I had come to, Gabriella, welcome everyone. What I'd come to at that point was nowhere in our journey had anyone ever said to me, stop. Just stop. Because I thought in my mind that once I made a commitment to something, that it meant I was shackled to it. That if I forego on my commitment to this process in, having surgery and, hi Elena, having surgery and taking infertility drugs and, having this conversation with my husband, like this is what I'm going to do and what I'm committed to have a baby, that if I changed my mind, then I was a quitter. That it was wrong. And up to that point, all the doctors and everybody were saying, you need to do this. You need to keep faith and keep going. And I'm not telling you to not have faith in whatever your journey is or whatever your struggle is. Absolutely have faith. But don't forget what your commitment is to. It's not to the thing. Our commitment is never to the thing. It isn't. No matter what you convince yourself up here, what you decide up here, it is never to the thing. It's to who you are in the presence of that commitment. What you are energetically with that commitment. Who you show up as within the outcome of that commitment. And so for me, with infertility and our struggle and our journey and what I wanted and what I was committed to, I was committed to having a fucking baby. I want a baby. I'll cut myself open. I'll take so many drugs that my hair falls out and my skin becomes covered in cystic acne and I'm 80 pounds. I'll do it. Because I'm committed to this life. I'm committed to be a mother. I'm committed to making my husband a father. I'm committed to making my parents grandparents. But what I stopped being able to see was how far the vision of who I was going to be in that commitment had gone. How much it had morphed and changed. How the commitment was actually becoming a burden for me. How it was becoming a life sentence. Something that I had shackled myself to and said, if you quit, then you're a quitter. And then you ruin the whole thing for everyone. You give up on the commitment, you give up on everything, and you give up on yourself. And that's what I decided to believe. What had happened though, once my husband said to me, maybe you're writing a book, and I started to go back through and read all 20,000 words of what it is that I was saying, I started to realize, like I said to you, people are not going to like what I have to say. Because throughout the entirety of my journey with infertility, no one had ever said to me, at any time you can say, I'm done. At any time, if you say I'm done, it doesn't make you a quitter. At any time, if you say that I'm done, it doesn't mean that you're giving up on the commitment. Because the commitment has now changed. Who I was in the presence of it had changed. What I was becoming with it had changed. It changed everything. It changed my relationship with my husband. It changed the relationship that I had with my family. It changed the way that I saw, felt, and everything that I did within myself. And so, infertility sucks, you don't. When I decided to sit down and take this on and realize who I was going to be in the presence of writing this book and who I was going to be writing it for, what I realized was that the commitment hadn't changed. I still wanted to have a kid. I do still want to have a kid. But who I was in the presence of the commitment wasn't the same anymore. It wasn't from a space of love. It wasn't from a space of growth. It wasn't from a space of excitement and joy. I was weighed down. I didn't know who I was anymore. I didn't know who I was in my relationships with anybody or anything anymore. I didn't like my life. I have a great fucking life. I have a great life. And I couldn't see any of that. So, in the presence of Infertility Sucks, You Don't, coming out in 6 days, I can't stand it. My whole body is just energetically like, ah, like I feel just like it's shaking. There's so much going on and So much I don't know, right? I'm aware that I could publish this book and I can rub a lot of people the wrong way. But my husband reminded me of something the other day as I was crying at my dining room table, this very table, going, I don't know, everyone's going to hate it. What are they going to think? They're going to think I'm the devil. He reminded me, he said to me, when you started writing this, you said something. And that thing you said was, if I could just help one person to know that they are not this thing, that infertility does not define them, that it never did, that the commitment has changed, then that's all that matters. And he's right. That's all I care about. And I wanted to share this with you because it's not just about infertility, right? It's about all things. When we go into a commitment with something, for some reason, we decide along the way that it's like, you know, if you've ever seen the Goonies, if anybody's ever seen the Goonies out there, send me a heart, some hand emojis, like, yes, I've seen it. Quote in the Goonies is, Goonies never say die. Never give up. But it's different. The commitment and what you are stepping into, what you want to accomplish, what you want the outcome to be is all determined on not you actually getting it. It's who you are in the presence of it. That's why we go forward with fortitude and strength and vibrational energy that we're in alignment with, because we can see the greater good. In our mind, we can see that thing off in the distance in the future of, here's where I am right now, and in the presence of this commitment, here's who I'm going to become. It's bigger than me. It's magnanimous. It's electric. It lights me on fire. And in this commitment, it's going to light everything in my life on fire. And so that's why we move forward. That's why we say, never say die, right? That's why we say, don't give up. But when it becomes a burdensome energy, and when the commitment becomes one that pulls you down, and when the commitment becomes one that makes you think less of yourself and allows you to get to the point where you start to lose that far off vision, that far off energetic pull, that far off idea of, this is who I want to be now, and in service of this commitment, I can see the greater good in the alignment and the energetic force of my life. I can see how it lights me all the way up. And when we latch on to that, and we lose sight of that, and we allow it to weigh us down, and we allow the should and the supposed to, and the what will everybody think, and the I'm a quitter, and I can't give up. When those ideas start to come into your brain, it's no longer a commitment, it is a sentence. It is you saying, I'm not allowed to change. It is you saying, I'm not allowed to pivot. It is you saying, I'm not allowing myself to see that things are different now than when I entered into this situation. I'm different. The feeling is different. The energy around it is different. It's not the same. Therefore, the commitment isn't the same. So I think sometimes we get into this place with ourselves where we think that if we allow ourselves to pivot, if we allow ourselves to choose again, if we allow ourselves to say, this isn't working for me anymore, then we give ourselves this label or this title that we're a quitter, or we give up, or it's going to be our fault. But commitment isn't about the thing. It's not about what you are going to achieve. It's not about the outcome. It's about who you are in the presence of it. And if who you are in the presence of it no longer feels good, it no longer feels right, it doesn't energetically pull you or light you the fuck up, then allow yourself to see it. Stop looking at the, oh, well, this is what I said. Fuck what you said. There's a difference between giving up because it's too hard and giving up because it doesn't feel right. So I wanted to come live to you guys today and share with you that when I entered into writing Infertility Sucks, You Don't, it was because I was committed to myself. I was committed to healing myself and to finding myself again, because in our struggle of infertility, I lost everything that lit me up. I lost myself so deeply. And you'll read more about this in the book, that I fell into a very deep, dark depression where I didn't even know who I was anymore. I found no goodness in life. I found no value in it. I found no joy. I felt like infertility became this thing that I had to win because I said I would. Not because it felt right. Not because I was focused on the outcome in a glorified and energetically aligned way. No, simply because I said I would. And if I gave up, then I was a quitter. And that's not what a commitment is. Commitment is you being in alignment with what it is that you want to achieve in a way that feels good. There's a difference between being scared and fearing versus feeling like you are doing something just for the sake of doing it. So I wanted to share this with you guys today because there's a difference. There's a difference in entering into something and making a commitment about it because it feels right with who you are versus doing it just because you said you would and it feels like shit. And it makes you feel like shit. And it makes your life feel like shit. And you allowing yourself to trudge along simply because you feel obligated. That's not a commitment. Commitments are not obligations. They're a choice. And you have a choice. We all have a choice. So when it comes to the shoulding all over yourselves or the supposed to or the I'm a quitter or the giving up, notice where you're coming from with that energy as well. Notice where you're coming from in judging yourself. Notice where you're coming from in not allowing yourself to shift and to pivot and to say, if this doesn't feel good, then what would? Notice where you are no longer in alignment with the commitment because you're no longer committed. Allow yourself to see it. Allow yourself to see where you're judging yourself and making it a burdensome energy. And if you guys have any questions or any comments, I know that infertility is a very personal subject. It's a very personal topic. It was very personal for me. This book is very personal, if nothing else. I'm very excited to share it with you. As I said before, I'm not a writer. I never wasn't bred by writers. My parents aren't writers. It's something that was calling to me and I felt committed and on alignment and energetically infused to do it and to put it out into the world. That the preconceived notion is that simply because you said you would do something, you should. Fuck that. Fuck it. That's not how this works. You shouldn't have to feel shackled by your life. You shouldn't have to feel like it's sucking the energy out of you. You should feel like it's giving you energy. You should feel like you give energy to your life. So I love you guys. I'm so excited. If you have any questions, let me know. Keep your eyes peeled. The book is coming to you on Monday, December 24th. I can't wait to share it with you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Be committed to yourself more than you are to burdensome energy. Allow yourself to look into it. Allow yourself to choose again. Allow yourself to shift. Allow yourself to see everywhere in your life where you're shoulding and supposed toing and you're quittering all over yourselves. Allow yourself to be who you are in your life. I love you guys. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace. Bye.